Hello, everybody, and welcome to uh, what if Albania started over? Not like what if the world started. What if Albania started over? Yeah. So there's like some tribes down there. They're like hee ho, but shit in the ground and it grows back up. So they make a country because agriculture automatically means civilization in this universe. In this little country, it's growing. I have this little provinces map here. It grows quite a little bit. Across this entire province, it grows. This map that I stole from Wikimedia. Yeah. Okay, so this big ass civilization here takes over, this entire province here because I have this province map, and then they decide to expand into this province right here. They expand into it, but all the natives there are like, "Hey, who the fuck are you?" And they're like, "We're gonna take you over." Natives are like, "Hell no, you aren't." They declare independence, which is a cool thing, I guess. So they completely declare independence, which the red team says hell no to. But they're too lazy to do anything, so it just happens. They can't do anything, you know. So red team loses all this land over here. Yeah, bummer, dude. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so this province here has declared independence from this larger nation here, and now the first thing they're going to do is take over this entire province. They walk into the natives and they're like, "I'm gonna take you guys over, fuck you," and it works. They take it over completely, and they're growing quite large too. Anyways, another civilization is forming over here from a lot of people. There's people in this world, unfortunately. And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do what those guys did, and we're gonna make a country out of fucking nothing." So they do that. They get a bunch of people, and they're like, "We're gonna make a country out of this country land." And they do that, and there's this green country now. They also take over some of this, I guess. Not all of that. They're not that good. They take over all that. So this province, this nation's multi-provincial, I guess. Yeah. And the red country down here hasn't been lacking either. They take over all of this and that, so they're taking over the south quite fast, which is good for them. Anyways, the exact same thing that happened with the green team kind of happens down here. A bunch of like explorer people or whatnot, they come down here and do their thing. And I just realized there's a bunch of land in here that hasn't been filled in. Oh shit. Yeah, so there's a country down here. There's a country over here. There's a country everywhere. Because everybody wants to rule the world, I guess. Because we can't just be happy little creatures and stick to the food chain. Nope, we gotta eat crab rangoon and smoke cigarettes because we can't appeal to our own senses, I guess. Okay, this border's fucking terrible, but I don't care. Okay. Alrighty, so these four countries exist now because countries are a cool thing that exist. And now that there's gonna be a war because these people can't keep their shit together. Yeah, there's gonna be a war between these two, green country here. It's gonna invade the blue country because I guess they're needy. They can't just take over all the fucking white land. They're gonna invade other people because they can. I guess I'll make like some excuse like all those other YouTubers do, like, oh, there's a lot of resources over here, we need it. So they invade it and they win because they're the aggressor, and the aggressor always wins. And the blue nation, because I can't get rid of it, because it's its main character, they just escape off to here to this province and reform their nation, I guess. Okay, not cool with the green team. Anyways, this yellow nation here is done. Oh well, not that much. You know, stop. Quit it. Quit it. You're not hot shit. Put that down there. Yeah. So this big old yellow nation here just took over a bunch of land and nobody did anything about it because cool like that. And yeah. They fill in all the land over here, I guess. I just realized it's a different color. Oh no. It's strange. I also just remembered I hate paint.net and I need to complain about it every video. Oh, I hate paint.net. I hate it so much. I hate paint.net with every fiber of my existence. Anyways, there's gonna be like a thing. This purple nation here. I meant this blue. What? Am I colorblind? Or actually, colorblind people see the same colors we do, just different. You know, if a colorblind person saw this, they'd be like, "That's blue." But if I saw that through the colorblind person's vision, they'd be like, "That shit's purple." Yeah. Anyways, there's a new country happening over here because had to, I guess. Story development. Is this a story video, really? Not really. Is history a story? Would you consider it that? I don't think so. Yeah, but they take over all of this because they're fat asses. Yeah, this Blue Nation's not in a good situation, so they just like they get gang banged by a bunch of nations and destroyed. Bummer, bro. But nope, nope. They're gonna flee. They're gonna flee. All their people are gonna escape up to here because they don't like gang banging. And they're gonna make a new nation, or not a new nation, same fucking nation, but different, well, same color actually. So it's basically the same damn thing. Okay, so the same country that already existed just got created again because I don't feel like getting rid of it, and blue's gonna come back up later anyways. Okay, so that all happened. There's big old purple nations here. Anyways, another war is gonna happen between the three of these. I'm just gonna like splotch over them and say some bullcrap about, oh, there was an encirclement right there. Oh, they capitulated. Oh, they needed excuses. Oh, but no, they were distracted. The green team came in and they took it all over. Yeah, the green team took all that over. And oh wait, we gotta take a look at the peace deal. My phone just went off. Okay, because I need to start up my phone. The green team just takes this one province because the rest of it's too big. That's what she said to me last night. Yeah, but green team's big now. They start moving again because they're fat. They need land to suffice. Yeah, so take over all of that, I guess. I'm too lazy to make it match the province map, so too bad. And the blue country here took over all these. It's cool, I guess. Yeah. Anyways, some like religious conflict is happening in the green team because there's a lot of different religion. Well, there's two different major religions specifically in the south. There's a different religion than up in the north because that happens, I guess. So they're like, screw you, dude. We're gonna make our own thing, and they do their own thing. They Yeah, they make this orange country down here, and the green team's like, bruh, not freaking cool, yo. Because the religion of this country is more like the red and yellow, so I made it orange on accident, but I'm gonna make it nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Cool and all. Anyways, the purple country, the purple country's also having issues. Why is the purple country having issues? Because I said so. Yeah, so. New country. Wow. Oh, okay. Yonkers. There's a lot of countries on this map. Anyways, the blue country, while that religious conflict was happening, went ahead and just took over all this land over here. Because they're fat as hell, as I previously stated. Yeah, they took over all this land before the purple nation could get there. That sucks. Anyways, we're approaching like medieval times. There wasn't really a Roman Empire, I guess, but we're approaching. We're around the times of Christ, I guess. Anyways, Green Nation is moving again. That's okay. Screw that tool. Yeah, so Green Nation, they move all the way up here. They're becoming kind of like a coastal thing. Why is this the different type of green? It's so stupid. City. City in danger. Yeah, so they move along the coasts here and take over really weird provinces because they're coastal like that. And then they finally take over this one so they don't look like shit. That's cool. Yeah, green team big again, except in a different direction. I guess they're taking over their religion's land. Anyways, Blue Nation took over all this too. Because I needed to fill it in some way. Don't feel like making another country now. Actually, I changed my mind. There's another country happening. Stupid lore. Oh, there's resources over here, so a bunch of explorers. Yep. I went the wrong layer. Resources. So, new country. Brown-ish country. Yeah. Anyways, religion's becoming a problem again, and these southern religion countries here kind of want to take over the purple country because they think it's below their religious line, which is basically all the countries here must follow the religion. So they do a group gang banging. The purple country is able to invade this country down here with a lot of success. However, then the yellow team attacks them, and the orange team attacks them. It's a huge gang bang. And the peace deal is pretty simple. The yellow team takes all of this, and the orange team takes all of that. The orange team's pretty big now. That might cause problems later. I don't know. Or it never will. I just never will write about it. Anyways, Gold Countries moves up here because no reason actually. They don't even have a good reason. They just wanted to, I guess. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, while that's all happening, another kind of war is brewing up. It's another civil war in the green team because there's like three religions on this map. I don't feel like making a religion map, but there's the southern religion, the central religion, and then northern religion. And the green country accidentally stepped into green or northern land, so they're gonna get screwed pretty hard. And this nation right here is going to break away. Isn't that awesome? More countries. And they're going to do the exact same thing the now I'm just going to call it the Lime country was doing, which is expanding, and they're going to expand pretty radically. Yeah, they're looking pretty big up there. Oh, and there's another country up here for no reason other than I wanted to fill in the map, I guess. Gray Nation, because gray obviously looks on a map. Okay, cool. There's a lot of unsold land up here, but first of all, we have to do another war. Anyways, there's another war happening. It's between all of the central religion nations and all the southern religion nations, because that happens, I guess. For religion, who cares? Anyways, Blue Nation starts attacking. Green Nation is getting attacked by a lot of troops from both nations here. I'm not trying to make this look good. I'm just trying to make the damn video because it's funny. Yeah, so Red Nation and Orange Nation move into here. But the Blue Nation's making big moves into the Orange Nation. And then they get to their like capital, I guess. The capital's like around here. And then they get to the capital, Yellow Nation, and they defeat all of those. Yeah. Oh, sloppy. And then they can finally back up the green team, who starts pushing back. And looks like the Central Legion basically wins this war. Boom. I'll just reverse all this on right with peace treaty. Okay, so peace treaty is kind of simple. Green team takes over this red province right here. Okay, there's yeah, do that. The red team's a little tiny now. The blue team also takes a little bit, I guess. They take over like this province. All of that, I guess. Cool. Yeah, blue team big again. Nice. Anyways, the gold team just pulled a Russia move because it's. I'm just gonna make some excuse, even though it's probably not like that. It's super cold up here, so nobody wants this land. But the gold team decided to take it. They're like the Russia of this world, I guess. Okay, so they just took over all of that, and now the map's filled in. That's pretty cool, right? Wrong. Rebellion is happening, specifically in the blue team's newly found land. Can you guess who's breaking away? You guessed it, the purple team. Yeah, they broke away because they felt like it. I'm not even sure if that was where the original purple team was. There's another problem happening here with this big province shared between a lot of countries, which is now Pink Team 2.0, I guess. Oh, look, they're back. Pink team, purple team. Yeah, there's a lot of religious intermingling happening here. And then something crazy happens. The land of Kosovo is discovered. This ran just I didn't even give it the shading effects, I just added it. So these this gray team kind of takes advantage because they're pretty close, and they make a landing onto the Kosovo and take over most of the western part. Of course, this country here takes over a little bit because they're very close. And then finally, the blue team sails all the way over and takes over a large portion of Kosovo. And then the rest, guess who colonizes it? Yep, through the narrow little pass that I just created here, the green. Okay, I can make it look a little better. Yep, the green team has a little bit of coastline there, and they used it to take over the rest of Kosovo. Yep, Kosovo has just been partitioned, basically. But that's not going to last for long. I think it's not going to last for long, I just said. Wow, that's crazy. The blue team is going to attack the green team because they think their claims are unlawful, and they're going to be very successful because the green team is very weak. And they're going to completely kick out the green team. However, this is going to cause some problems because a lot of green settlers here, they want their independence, which they're going to declare. And this new nation is kind of created. This new nation slowly purchases territory from these other nations here, including the Gold Nation, which they buy this territory from. And then another problem happens, and this nation breaks away, and they decide to create a border here, I guess. And they have this little dangling there, I guess. It's funny. Okay, so there's two large independent nations in Kosovo, another one of the continents. What other continents are there? Ah, yes, the mysterious land of Montenegro. Yep, Montenegro is an island too. And the first to colonize it is going to be, you guessed it, the Lime team. Yeah, the Lime team goes ham on this continent. This is like our epitome of South America, I guess, because the green team conquers it almost completely. However, there is a small portion of it that gets conquered by the gray team. Okay, they don't. Okay, cool. It's all okay. It's all right now. Yeah, this portion here. Oh, let's just say they draw a straight line because they're fucking Europeans. Yeah, no, that's not straight enough. Hold on. Yeah, they draw a straight line here if we get to. Oh, and this Cyan nation here, they also draw a few straight lines everywhere because they're dirty like that. I guess there's nowhere to draw a straight line like right there, right there. Yeah, and a little X Y there. Oh yeah, let's throw random. I forgot to include the random. There's like a random blue port right here. Yeah, and oh yeah, the gray team has like a pixel right here. Oh, so there's this random gray port here. There's a random gray port. There's a random gray port like right here. Yep, it's fucking pixels of land. Oh, and the red team, they also own like a random X-Wave here because they do that. Yeah, and right here, there's a bigger X-Wave. Cool. Yeah. Wow, that's intense, bro. Anyways, some problems happen. Yup, problems again. And this Fuchsia nation declares independence, and they can't really do much about it because they're a little nation. And the Lime team also sees a lot of issues, specifically over here, where this beige nation declares independence and it draws a straight line. And this brownish nation here also becomes a straight line nation. Yep. Except right here for some reason where they actually make a natural border. But who cares? Wow, that's beautiful looking. That's like that's amazing. Yeah, anyways, this was poorly partitioned by the Lion Nation, so some more internal issues are going to happen with these new nations because nobody knows how to draw borders on this planet. And actually, slightly natural nation forms in Montenegro, and this nation here is forced to give up a lot of natural land to these guys. So it looks a little better. There's still a straight line here, but it's like that. Anyways, I think now is probably. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this other thing that happened. Okay, so the Gray Nation is kind of not happy with how they lost a lot of land. So they're going to do what they do, and they're going to invade the Dark Green Nation. And they're actually going to win. They're going to be very successful. They're like Portugal fighting Switzerland, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who would win that. Portugal? Yeah. So they completely succeed somehow, just like against all odds, they win. Yeah, and they take over all that. And then they start attacking the gold team because they have a lot of troops, I guess. And this triggers a lot of the world's nations, specifically the Cyan nation and the Blue nation, because there's a port right here from the Blue nation. So they team up and they attack. So the Cyan nation tries to attack, they fail. And then the Blue nation marches through the Yellow team, which causes problems, and they accidentally blow up a bunch of Yellow team stuff. So the Yellow Nation starts invading them, which is not cool. The Gold team fights back against the Lion team because that's not cool of them, bro. Oh yeah, and the Pink Fuchsia Nation gets a word of this, and they start sending bombers over to the Gold team because they felt like it, and they don't like colonizers, even though they were colonized by the Dark Gray. Let's just say they still have good ties with the Gray team, I guess. Yeah, so half of the world is involved in this war. Even the red team starts getting involved because the lime team's involved, and the lime team has one of their ports. So the red team starts sending over troops, and it's a whole fiasco. Finally, the cyan team lands, and they start attacking, and that's when the turning point, a little turning point, is made. There's a little encirclement down here and whatnot, and ultimately the gray team loses. Blah. And they're forced to return everything that they took from everybody else. Yeah, like that. And some more changes are made, specifically down here with the Lion team who was involved. They're partitioned a lot. not partitioned, but split up into nation states of sorts, quote unquote nation states. Yeah, this isn't going to cause any problems. So they draw a bunch of quote unquote nation states and call it a day. And that was World War, the World War, the World War. I don't feel like doing World War II. Yeah, suck it. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave off the video here. It was it was cool, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.